Hello and welcome to episode 77 of the Championship Rounds podcast. There's probably only one place to start this week. On Sunday, watching the Inoue fight, just before it starts, we see the news break that Ricky Hatton has died. Just tragic news, died at the age of 46. It's horrible news. And I don't think it can be overstated just how big a star he was in British boxing, how important he's been for British boxing. Obviously, we're of an age where we didn't fully remember his prime of his career, but I do remember parts of it. I do remember parts of his career. One of my earliest boxing memories was the Mayweather fight. I just sort of the hype around that fight. I can remember bits of it, like you hear it on radio. I remember sort of local pubs and clubs from around where I grew up, like them advertising it, everyone being awake, and just the impact he had, the fan base he had. He had the British pay-per-view record for years for that Mayweather fight. He did 1.1 million buys in the UK. At like 4 or 5 in the morning, or whatever time it was. His importance can't be understated. He's the only fighter really that's crossed over from the UK to America, or certainly the biggest one. And yeah, it was just totally unexpected news, and tragic, man. I've been thinking about it for the last couple of days, and maybe not the best fighter in the world, but Jesus Christ, man, he was good to watch, and he was a really, really good fighter. Heartbreaking news, man. Seeing that. And yeah, it's just tragic, man. But anyway, R.I.P. Ricky, and we've got to move on because life goes on. So we will start with the fight from Vegas, the fight that throughout the week I got more interested in. I think parts of the promotion sort of caught me, yeah. And he did it. Terence Crawford beat Canelo. Schooled Canelo. Won 9 or 10 rounds against Canelo. And they still tried to rob him, but he won enough rounds to the point where they couldn't. Man, I just don't know really what to say to that, to be honest. I don't know about you two. I was just like, it felt like I was dreaming.
I know what he wants to say. Go ahead. Take your victory.
Look, don't doubt him. Don't doubt him. Some greatness prevails. Well, I thought he'd win. I didn't think he'd look that good winning.
Oh, you didn't think he'd pull out an all-time performance? I just like at a certain point, which is probably like round 7, round 8. I was like, you know what? Yeah, he's got it. At a certain, before I was like, if he even does good enough, he won't get the decision. But at just somewhere in those rounds, I was like, it might not matter really. He's won almost I think I might have been generous with my card live by giving Canelo 4 rounds. That might have been doing too much.
I think there's 4 rounds he could have won. Whether you give them to him is a different question, but I think there's 4 rounds that he could have won.
No, that's what I feel like. That was probably the most he probably could have won. Like, he got dominated in every sense of the word. He just didn't get hurt because he's Canelo. Everything else he got.
He definitely felt some of the punches.
Oh yeah. But
especially that final right hook. Yeah, especially that final right hook right at that final bell. He definitely felt that. I mean, he got outboxed, and then Crawford, he's comfortable, and he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna stand my ground more. Maybe get out close, trade on the inside a bit. Once Crawford's like that, I mean, it's a wrap. It's over. You're not beating him, even if you're Canelo. Well, it's not really prime Canelo, is it? It's a washed Canelo.
Which people seem to think that he's not, by the way. But
I mean, he looked better than he did against Skull, at least, which is not saying anything.
hope so. Oh my god.
Did he?
Yeah, he definitely did. He didn't do anything against Skull.
Yeah, like I just really, really good performance from Canelo, but I think it's from Crawford. Sorry, and not Canelo. We'll get onto him in a minute. But like, it felt like one of those fights you're watching and you're dreaming. It didn't feel real. To see a welterweight, somebody that lost multiple rounds to Ricky Burns, punching up, out fighting, being stronger than somebody who knocked out Kovalev. It just doesn't make sense in my head. It just doesn't make sense to me. I thought Canelo wins a decision or would win a decision, but like, man, what a fighter! What a fighter Crawford is.
That's why we fight the fights.
That was the thing, though. This wasn't one of the fights, if you know what I mean.
It really
that makes
wasn't.
any sense.
I still don't think it. Even after
It
wasn't a fight that should have happened. Like, it's not an ethical fight to have. But he made it. God damn it, he made it. He made it so.
I mean, once you see how Canelo looks against Skull, he's probably like, yeah, I can beat this guy. And, well, he did, pretty much. And he could. He was right. And it wasn't really close, to be honest.
It wasn't close. Like, I don't. Those cards were just bad. 115, 113 just wasn't reality. And, yeah. I'm still a bit shocked by that result.
Yeah. That, and you see all of Canelo's losses, he just gets dominated. There's like, I don't know. He seems to. Well, I pick Canelo, but he steps up to a fight that people think he should be better in, and he looks like shit in those losses. So notice.
Yeah, it's it's the thing with Canelo's career, really. Like, I think because he was the commercial draw, that he was firstly given the benefit of if I can actually get my words out, he was given the benefit of the doubt in fights that were close. He pretty much always got them. Golovkin to Lara, all those fights. You can list them. And because he had that fan base, I think he's been overrated a lot, because that he's faced the 3 losses now, official losses, have been the elite fighters he's fought in. So not even in their prime, because I don't think this is a prime Crawford. I don't think he fought a prime Floyd. Certainly not a prime Floyd, because his prime was arguably in the 90s, which is weird to say. But I just don't think every time he's fought an elite fighter, the Golovkin first fight he lost, everyone can see that he lost that fight. Like, I don't really think it's debatable. Apart from, Don Shredder and Adelaide Bird. I don't know who's got that fight with Canelo. But every time he's fought an elite fighter, he's lost. I think he's the top end. He's at the top end of really good, but every time he's fought someone elite, no matter what the weight class, no matter what age they are, he's taken a wide loss. And you've got to think about his career. You got to think about it. You got to break it down. Like he even in his prime, like the middleweight run up to the super middleweight run, sort of beats Golovkin in a really close rematch after he's had a drugs ban, and that's a 36-year-old Golovkin. Beats Jacobs, good win, but that was a really close fight. I think he won 7-5 that night. It was a really close fight. Behind on the cards against a washed-up Kovalev, pulls out a knockout. And then it's Callum Smith, not very good. Saunders, not a super middleweight. Caleb Plant, good win, but again, really competitive fight. Like, he's really, really good, Canelo.
Hasn't really aged well either.
Yeah, like, Canelo's really, really good, but he's not this elite fighter. And I think there's a difference there. And I think the sentiment behind you saying he's not an elite fighter means you think he's awful, which he isn't. He's really, really good, but he's not an elite fighter. And I think because of if he didn't have the commercial sort of backing that he has and the fan base that he has, he would not be considered this all-time great. I'm sorry. Because he isn't. He really isn't.
I lean to agree. And I guess that would insinuate some hatred, but you really like evaluate his career, and it's just a lot of robberies, wide losses, weight stipulations, all just a bunch of weird shit with him, and I don't see it. I don't see what people see.
You can even go further back than that. Like, going the distance with Hatton with the weird weight clause for a vacant title. Ryan Rhodes, like, Syndrome, washed up Mosley. Lopez just battered him. Austin Trout, okay, tight fight. I think he probably won that fight, but it was close. Like, Mayweather wins every round. Lara arguably lost. Kirkland washed up Cotto. Amir Khan, like, we remember the Canelo weight days. Liam Smith, like, there's a lot of good fighters, but not elite fighters that he's beating. And he can do that for his entire career. And, like, it shows the levels when he fights these elite fighters. And like we said, they're from different weights. They're from different weights. Like, it's not like, he fought Bivol and Bivol was just bigger and stronger. Like, I don't know. And certainly over the last 2 or 3 years, he's not been an elite fighter. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. Personally, I don't think he's... Well, if you look at his accolades, you would insinuate he's an all-time great. I don't. I think he has like an 85% asterisk on his career. Like, a big majority of his career could just be plastered with an asterisk.
I don't. I mean, this loss. I mean, it doesn't really change anything for me for Canelo, to be honest. I mean, Canelo is a great fighter. I mean, he's not like the greatest fighter ever, and yes, he's lost pretty wide to most of the elite fighters. He's lost, but I mean, look, when you have such bad stamina as he does, I mean, even against like the non-elite fighters, you just can't. You're not going to be great against these guys with such bad stamina. I mean, he's like the greatest fighter with the worst stamina you'll ever see. And it's bad. I mean, he does have a lot of weight clauses and shit, but I mean, so do all the A side fighters. Like, he's great. He's a great fighter in his prime. He's past his prime. What can you do? I'm not just gonna reevaluate someone's career just because they lost to Crawford. Crawford's great.
Yeah, I think it should have been evaluated.
Like he is what he is. Like he is
No,
what he is.
what he is not what people claim him to be.
It's like, I mean, like he's a top something or other super middleweight, a top something or other Mexican fighter.
Where would you put him at super middle?
Well, I'm sure that super like him becoming the first undisputed champion will boost him up a good amount.
Like 4, 5, 6 range, I guess.
Even though he is like the youngest division, I think.
Like he's below Roy Jones, he's below Calzaghe, he's below Ward, he's below Froch. Could be below
Tony.
Yeah, he's probably below Tony.
Did you put him below Eubank and Ben?
Could be. I don't know if I put him below Eubank or Ben.
He's above. He's above them, I think. He's above Eubank and Ben, surely.
Yeah, I think he has to be. Especially Eubank.
No, that's what I was saying. I feel like it was more with Ben. I just wanted to put them together.
Yeah, like
so he's like in the middle of the top 10.
Like he's not like some crazy great all-time great like the Crawfords of the world, but he's great.
Yeah, I tend to. That's how I'd rate him, but like, that's the pushback you get though. It's sort of, if you don't, I guess it's just Twitter, and Twitter's a horrible place. But a lot of it is if you don't bow down and say, "Oh my god, he's the best Mexican ever, and he's the best super middleweight ever," and da 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 da, you get a lot of pushback. And I guess like, I'm probably a bit harsh because of that, probably. But he's a really good fighter, but isn't the elite that we thought he was. But yeah, that's a. Let's just talk about Crawford, man, because Jesus Christ, I don't like. Man, there's a conversation about him, about fighters this century and where he fits, and I don't know. In terms of ability, he might be right up there.
In terms of skill, he's up anywhere. In terms of resume, well, that's what lets him down.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because a lot of people think his best 3 opponents are his last 3 fights, and he's 37.
Like, there's a lot of depth, but the top end quality wins, they're lacking.
Because what are his top 5 wins? Would you?
Well, his top wins would be Spence, Canelo, Poor Postal, and someone else.
Elite level Ricky Burns.
Well, to him, that would be number 1. Someone else, just pick anyone, whoever you want.
But yeah, like that's the weird thing. I think there'll be a long form conversation about this one day that we'll have. But with Crawford, a lot of it, he obviously got kept in the cold a little bit, and Pacquiao wanted nothing to do with him. He wasn't the standout, flashy amateur coming through. He's from a non-boxing market, and a mixture of PBC keeping him out in the cold and him making stupid business decisions himself led to him getting frozen out a lot. And yeah, like I think I was saying this before the fight, like if he was smarter, maybe, and he got a little bit of the opportunities earlier, he would be right up there. Because he would have like gone on and fought Charlo and beaten Charlo at 154. And he maybe would have fought an Ortiz at 154 or someone else at 154. Like he would have been it would have been a lot better than it is right now for him. But yeah, that's how I feel anyway. I think he's just sublime talent, though. Like you can't. He's 38 in a couple of weeks, man, and he's doing that. Like Jesus Christ! Even if it is a washed-up Canelo, man, it's Canelo at 168. He's a lightweight, like Jesus.
Yeah. Apparently they're gonna rematch.
I just don't want that.
Just saying. I don't know. Like,
I didn't want it to begin with.
I mean, Canelo is Canelo. He's not going to change. He's not the fighter he was back in the day. Like, he's a slow-footed plodder who doesn't really jab and loads up on everything. Doesn't throw any combinations. And his head movement is like non-existent.
I would pick him to lose every second of that rematch if they were to do that.
Yeah, like it's a more confident Crawford, isn't it? And he's had a camp and a fight at 168, and he'll have another camp at 168. He would just batter Canelo.
It's like he didn't really even get hit that clean because with these load up punches, I mean, you're seeing them coming and he's moving back. Like he's not really getting hit.
Yeah, he's seen everything clean. he got hit with, and it wasn't that much.
The only clean stuff he did get hit with was the body work, and that was really the only good thing that Canelo did was the body work. It didn't have any effect, pay any dividends. Probably actually made himself more tired by doing it, but
no, definitely.
The only thing he did good. There's in the round 11 there was just like a point where just like he just knew. He was like, "Yep, I'm not beating this guy." You could just see from his face, like Crawford was just pinging him about, and it was just like, "Oh, all right, this guy's great. I just can't beat him." Fair enough. And I think you could just tell, like his post-fight interview, just like, "Yeah, this guy."
You couldn't say anything. You're just like, "Yeah, that's what happened."
Great fighter. He has everything, which he does have everything. And you could tell. I mean, we already knew he had everything.
Yeah, but I am confident that he will end his career without being stopped. Because if he was any less of like a compact, like crazy chin fighter, no one would be able to take that many clean punches like that.
No one around those weights below 175. No one's stopping Canelo. It's not happening. He has an insane
load up, even like 100% load up punch might not even drop him, to be honest.
But Tobia will stop him, and it might just be he might stop him on his feet. Just for too much punishment. A mercy stoppage from the referee. That's really about it. No one else is stopping him.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident he'll have no knockout losses at the end of it. And speaking of the end of it, I would like the end of it to be now. Like you mentioned rematch, I would like him to retire. He's fought for 20 years.
He's fought for
over half his life. He needs to stop.
No one below 175 is going to stop Canelo.
No.
I'll tell you who might.
The
cruiserweight. The fight that we could have got in May this year that I think should be next.
Stop.
Well,
no. but in all seriousness, that should be next for him. He should take a Jake Paul fight and cash out and go. That's what's next.
He just fuck off.
Gervonta Davis is going to end the Jake Paul shit. He's going to get chinned by Gervonta Davis.
Stop talking about Jake goddamn Paul right now. Jesus Christ. My God.
No, but that's the fight that should be next, honestly. Just Jake Paul, Canelo, cash out and go. He shouldn't rematch Crawford.
He doesn't need any more money. He's got so much money. Just retire. But I mean, he'll probably make $100 million fighting Crawford again. So
yeah. That's the annoying thing. because there's so many other fights for Crawford, and I'm not talking Bivol because that's stupid. Anyone mentioning Crawford Bivol, that's just a stupid fight.
All he has to do is go down to middleweight, win a middleweight title, become a 6th division champion, and retire.
Yeah.
He's not fighting at 154. Again, there's a lot of weight to lose.
I like to see him fight Adames and then pack it in. Because John Abek might get a little, might be, I don't know. I don't know how to gauge that, to be honest.
Look, I'm not picking anyone against Crawford.
You confident he'll retire undefeated?
Yeah.
Even if he was to like fight longer than you expect him to?
I've got the process in my head.
He lives a clean life. Live the life. He's fine.
I've got it mapped out in my head. Go down to middleweight, fight Lara, batter him in Omaha, and then fight Akhmadaliev for the IBF title, the light heavy 7th division champion, then retire. And that's how you're gonna do it, and that's how you retire as a 7th division champion. But anyway, I think we've done this fight to death. Man Crawford's just too good. He is just ridiculous. But we will move on. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about this because there's like so little boxing on over the next few months. We can talk about this to death on another show, to be honest. But yeah, we will move on to this undercard. Callum Walsh beat Fernando Vargas. I fell asleep during that fight and woke up for the main event. Thankfully.
Couldn't care less about that. Was I don't know why the hell they made that comment. It kind of like zapped all the energy out of.
Yeah, especially after one of the best fights this year, between Lester Martinez and Christian Mbili. I think I think Martinez nicked it. But yeah, draw's fair. But my God, what a fight! What a fight, man!
It was kind of interesting to see Mbili slow down. Like for the normal person, he's not slowing down. Before him, he did slow down a bit in the second half. Like his activity dropped. I mean, he was going like crazy in the first 4 rounds. Took most of the rounds.
He did get hit a lot.
Yeah, he got. You could see his face is marking up. His eyes are swelling up. He was bruised. He was just. I mean, it's the accumulation of the punishment and him not being able to pace himself. He'd slow down a bit.
Yeah, I think he was like pretty tired. Obviously, he fucking. How many punches a round does he average as a person of his size? Is kind of retarded, but it just. I think he just took way too much like punches to like contain himself at the end, and that's what I feel like Martinez won based off that.
I mean, Lester was able to keep him a bit at range and use his feet, and actually he was moving his head a bit. When Mbili doesn't, well, he does, but he doesn't move it to move out of the way of punches.
He was kind of pulling a Andrade versus Liam Williams with the spam uppercut, but it was working. So.
I mean, it worked for both of them. Like they're, especially with Embiid, as he leans over his front foot so much.
Yeah, you're kind of asking to be hit with that.
I mean, it just should have been 12 rounds.
That pissed me off so much. I like if we did talk about it not being 12 rounds, I forgot, and then when I seen it on the screen, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, although I don't want to think about how more brutal the fight would have been if they added up some more rounds to that. But still, it should have been. It was an interim title, right? It's Mbili's.
I mean, he already had it.
Yeah. So
the last fight he had, it's 12 rounds. I mean, it didn't even go a full round, but it was scheduled for 12.
Half round. Oh my god, that was a real scheduled fight, but no. Yeah, I don't know why if they I think they should rematch, and if they do, 12.
They are rematching. They're definitely rematching.
They have to make it 12 rounds.
I mean, I still pick Leicester in the rematch. Maybe not by a stoppage this time.
I think it might just go the same way, but he might just like separate himself a bit.
It just Billy needs to pace himself more. Like he throws so many punches, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to go so crazy. I mean, he throws so many punches.
Because he doesn't pick one. He either he punches 100 times, 100 punches around, and throws at 90% power with all of them. So,
and you can't do that whilst
taking punches,
especially and when you like you're being made to miss as well. I mean, he didn't miss like loads, but at least he was being made to miss. Like with Leicester moving his head a bit, like throwing 100% and missing. Yeah, that takes a lot out of you. You know, just Leicester got to stay off the ropes, pretty much. I mean, that's easier said than done, but
yeah,
with Mbili on you, but you got to stay off the ropes against Mbili. Even if you're like fighting well off the ropes, just stay off the ropes. You don't want a bad place to be against Mbili. He's just not going to stop.
Yeah, really, really, really good fight though. Just trading for the whole 10 rounds.
Probably like a top 5 fight of the year contender.
Yeah,
somewhere around
there. We will move on to. I didn't watch the Saudi fight on there, to be honest. I don't know how that even went. But Jesus, can we get these kids up? Like, honestly, they're worse than Campbell
put them lower on the card, please.
They are worse than Campbell Hatton for the most part. We will move on. The undercard, the YouTube undercard, we all got this from Brandon Adams, just beats up Sir High Rock, who I think might be washed at this point because he looked terrible against Michael Fox in a fight he missed weight for. And he's just got beaten up by somebody that I know Adams won the first fight, but it's almost like. But, like, this sounds really weird. It was like Boachuk was the better fighter in the first fight and got caught because he was a mile up on points. Still a legitimate win by Adams, good win, whatever. But in this fight, Adams just beat him up. And it was high volume, and Boachuk just couldn't keep up with him and was getting hurt to the body multiple times. And this is someone like who stood up to Virgil Ortiz, who stood up to these guys, who battered Brian Mendoza, who dropped Virgil Ortiz multiple times. Like, that ain't the same fighter.
I think that fight kind of took a lot out of him, probably.
Yeah.
The Virgil fight.
Yeah, definitely. And that we all knew Adams was a good fighter. I just didn't think he would win. But yeah, I'm pleased for him, man, because he's a really good fighter. Like, he's really skilled. And yeah, I don't know where Boachuk goes from it.
Maybe not just physically, but mentally. I mean, I imagine he definitely thought he won the Virgil fight. Not getting that, I mean, he's probably not a fan of boxing and probably hasn't been on it since that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough.
But it's not looking good for him. I don't know. Something needs to happen.
He needs to pick a weight division.
Yeah, this was at 155, wasn't it? Or 156, I think.
I mean, just go fight a middleweight. Middleweight's terrible. Go fight a middleweight.
I mean, when Denzel Bentley's in a world title final eliminator. Like, you know, you go there, you're immediately sort of a top 5 guy.
Yeah, because like he can't be bringing this version to the top guys at 154. That's just not gonna go well.
You would get blitzed.
Like at least this version would have some chance at 160 because it's not good. But he has to look better than that. That was just bad. Like really bad.
He won like maybe 2 rounds. So.
Yeah, not great. We will talk about this, and well, we can sort of group this together. Officiating, on especially the YouTube portion of this card, and judging. Ivan Ditchko beat Jermaine Franklin pretty clearly. Just totally outboxed him because Jermaine Franklin did nothing. But somehow Jermaine Franklin wins a wide decision. I'm convinced they were scoring it for the wrong guy. I don't see how you can give Franklin more than 2 rounds of that fight. Like,
wasn't he given 8 rounds on a or 7 rounds on a card?
He was given he won a 97-92. Which was
Ditchko got a point deducted for holding Franklin's head down in like the 8th or 9th.
But I mean, they're both terrible. They're both big sloppy messes that can't. It's just horrible. Heavyweight is horrible outside the top 6 or 7. I don't know why people like it so much. Like, these are 2 terrible fighters. I don't know why the hell anyone wanted to see Franklin against Talma. He doesn't train. He's just got a chin. And he was plodding around the ring, falling over, had no balance, and was just getting his head jabbed off. And Ditchko fell apart after 5 rounds and only managed to win rounds after that because Franklin was gassed as well. Like, it was just terrible. But like I said, Ditchko clearly won it. But my God, what a terrible fight and 2 terrible, terrible heavyweights. Just give up, man. I'd never want to see either of them on TV ever again. They don't deserve to be on TV.
Keep them at club shows, please.
Yep. Like, Jesus Christ. At least, like, someone who's like shit, like Makhmadov, at least he sort of swings for the fences and has a go. And you might see someone get iced. You know what I mean? With these 2, they're just non-punchers and they're sloppy and it's just terrible.
But you don't like when they paw at each other and then clinch and then you have to do that like over and over, like 15 times a round? Really? Damn, that's tough.
Terrible, terrible fight, man. But yeah, Ditchko clearly won it. I don't know what other people saw in that fight, but Ditchko clearly won that fight.
You should probably appeal that, to be honest.
Yeah. There's a couple of other bits I want to talk about. The stoppages. Marco Verde against Sonny Akane. If you haven't seen that stoppage, please watch it. I really like Marco Verde as a fighter. I think he's really good. Like, he's one of the better like pros to come out of the Paris Olympics. But my God, what a stoppage!
And that probably hurt him because he needed some type of resistance, and he would have probably got it from him. But no, you lancing combination, and the fight's over. So.
Yeah, Akali's a decent fighter. Like, when I say decent fighter, I mean decent fighter for like a 6-round level. Beat Nico Ali Walsh, obviously, which Ali Walsh is like crap, but like still. But yeah, I think there was one other. Yeah, the Steven Nelson stoppage, that was awful as well. Raiko Santana bad in a round, but like the rest shouldn't have stopped it. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. Reto Tatsumi won on that card, and then there was more Saudi prospects that no one cares about. Who are terrible. Yeah, it was a really good show overall. I liked the show. Excuse me, Jesus. I thought the one other thing, man. We always moan on this show. Can we stop with this commentary, please? Like Kellerman used to be great. The HBO days, he used to be great, but now he's just shitting for the UFC. We don't need that.
That's probably one of the worst like commentaries throughout a whole show I've ever heard.
Like, yeah, like he used to be so good, and now like he's just like, and Bill, I think it was the Billy Martinez fight, and they're like smashing each other to pieces in like the 9th or 10th round, and he spends the whole round talking about a UFC fighter.
That and in like round 1, he immediately just brings up Corrales Castillo. Like, why do we need to do that? Why do we need to like when fighters exchange a couple times in a round, you have to mention the arguable greatest fight ever. Like, why do we need to do that? Why are we doing it? Please stop. It's disrespectful, to be honest. But he was worse even deeper into the card. Yeah, he probably mentioned something to do with UFC maybe 15 different times.
Yeah, and stop because UFC is terrible.
And it has no place to be on a boxing show.
It's like, this is a boxing show. Mention boxing.
Especially
not
when
UFC.
you're you. I don't know why I heard Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo in their names the other day. I don't get why. Why am I hearing those names? If you want to talk about them, go over there and talk about them.
Was TK involved in this? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why UFC is mentioned.
Yeah.
It just doesn't need to be.
Hey, Dana White, fuck off.
Get Coppinger out as well. Fuck him.
Oh my god.
Okay, like he is the human embodiment of a rat. Terrible. He's just awful. But yeah, at least Sean Sattel stuck it on him, and I don't like a lot of what Sean Sattel says. I disagree with a lot actually of what Sean Sattel says. But Jesus Christ, at least he has some backbone.
He's been pretty good recently. Sean has been pretty good with what he's been saying recently.
Yeah.
Like the Inoue shit that he had was ridiculous. But like recently, I mean, he's been a lot better. Yeah, recently he's been better.
He told a Talma that he needs to move down to cruiserweight, which was funny. But yeah, all you rimmers in the media, and I know some of you listen to this show because you messaged me about it. It's not that difficult to ask. Take note of what he's doing, because in 5 or 10 years, when whoever's funding you drops you, you'll be on Instagram moaning that other outlets are buying fake subs, rather than actually having a fan base that support your work because it's good work, not just because you get access, which is all these people are. They're just PR men for access, and they're not there for you. They're there for the people that are talking. They're not there for you. At least with Zattel, you can tell that he actually means it, what he says, and he speaks from a place of care for the sport, regardless of how stupid some of the stuff that he says is. Which is a lot more. It's a lot better to listen to than just laughing about what Flavor Crisp's promoters like when their fighters are failing multiple drugs tests and you're letting them get away with it. But anyway, we will move on to Sunday. I didn't think we could get any worse than the 2 main events on Saturday, but here we are. Akhmadaliev, we can remind everyone that he told Inoue that he was going to have to kill himself if he didn't fight Akhmadaliev. And all this stuff. All that talk just to shut up after 3 rounds when you've realised you can't win and take a moral victory and go in the distance. What a pathetic performance. He lost every single minute of every round there. Pathetic.
Until the last 10 seconds of the fight.
Yeah, he landed a punch and he hurt Inoue in the last 10 seconds of the fight. Oh, why didn't you do that earlier? And he's coming out saying that they didn't give him enough time to warm up. Like, buddy, everyone is told the estimated ring walks. And you get there like 2 hours before. Like, you didn't give yourself enough time. You failed yourself by not being ready. Right. And the estimate, I mean, it basically estimated ring walks, and their ring walk was basically at the exact same time. Like they didn't rush it or anything. Like you saw, he's meant to be walking to the ring and he's putting his gloves on. What are you doing? What's the point?
But just excluding that was such a just a pitiful performance. He just had his gloves in his pocket the entire fight.
Yeah. Well, anyway, enough about MJ's pathetic performance. It's good to see a lighter Inoue who actually has legs.
He looks so different.
No, I'm telling you, he's been too heavy and it ruins his legs. I mean, I wouldn't say I liked all of his performance. I mean, his offense wasn't like crazy, but I liked the fact that his defense was better and he was more patient, and he actually had some speed in his legs.
And the only reason he really got hit with that punch at the end is I'm sure he was getting ridiculously bored and it's kind of just like, well, just coasting at the very end. He was like, oh, I'm not gonna stop him, so we'll just finish this. And he got caught with like 8 seconds left in the fight. So
I mean, he probably could have stopped him if he wanted to go for it, but I just don't think he wanted to. I mean, he seemed to want to show people that he could do that still, I guess. I mean, that's what it seemed like to me. He wanted to show people he still had his legs. He wasn't just some reckless guy who's just going to get dropped because of bad defense.
Yeah, he just dominated. It's weird because I agree he could have stopped him, but like I think he would have stopped him if MJ tried. Like,
it's like
what? Go on.
Yeah, I mean, he's a counterpuncher. Like he wants people to throw. You could see, like even when he's trying to be more disciplined, he was still showboating a little bit and banging MJ, hoping he'd throw, but he didn't. That's what he is. He's a counterpuncher. And when you open up, he's more likely to stop you.
even Paul Butler opened up for a second and got him stopped.
Yeah, I mean, other than not sitting on the ropes for the whole fight, I mean, he pretty much did a Paul Butler, except lasting an extra round. Yeah, one round they said.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of him. I kind of just don't care what he does with the rest of his career. He spent years doing what he did and did nothing. So
he was good in 2018 against Danny Roman. That was a long time ago.
That was 2020, but
who knows? It was a long time ago, and he was good then.
Wasn't that on the Farmer against Diaz card?
Yeah, it was like.
And Andrade against someone as well.
Keeler, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, he was. I just can't. I can't get over how pathetic that performance was, man. And I mean, like, yes, it is in a way, and yes, you could get hurt, but like, Jesus Christ! After all that talk, man. But yeah,
Sam
good to see him like his legs.
Goodman would have unironically done better than that.
Yeah, like Casemiro would have been better. Casemiro would try to win. I mean, he'd get iced, but like he'd swing for the fences. And like, there's like, it's just MJ, man. All that nonsense about him being the best opponent in the division, like all this stuff, and he's just, yeah, just showed up. Terrible. We will go to this undercard.
No, this is time for your victory lap.
Yeah. Christian Medina, like, just batters Yoshiki Takai. I don't know how he made it out the first round with that massive knockdown. The second round, I don't know how he made it out the second round. He got bashed up in that second round. The third round, you're thinking, oh, he's still losing this round clearly, but his legs might be under him a bit. And then Takai
Round
comes out.
4, uppercut, 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 uppercut.
Yeah. Yeah. Round 4, Medina just comes out and just smashes him to bits. Takai couldn't move. Takai has poor defense, and it feels weird saying this about someone who's 5'7", but he's got a bit of the tall man syndrome as well. for bantamweight, like he's got that stringy, long frame that the tall man syndrome people have, and he just couldn't hold the shots. And Medina was relentless, and he was compact, and he was power punching. And yeah, like I picked Medina, but I didn't think it would be that like one sided and that bad. But yeah. Yeah. Just I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised Takai has got iced. I'm not surprised he's got beaten before his engine fight. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, like when you rely on athleticism and length and power, there's eventually going to be someone that's doesn't really care about that and is more skilled, is strong, and can punch harder than you. And that's what Medina was. And yeah, he's a player at bantamweight. Like I don't think he's the best, and I don't think he will ever be the best in the bantamweight division. But he's a player, man. He's a good fighter. He's a good world level fighter, man. But yeah, I think he should fight Estrada next if Estrada's going to keep going. Because in Mexico, that would be a relatively big fight. And Estrada might beat him.
He's fortunately not Chocolatito level washed.
So. Yeah, we'll get on to that. Yeah, that would be a good fight for Medina. I think it'd be a big fight. And it's a winnable fight, but I don't think he'd win it, if that makes sense. It'd be a good defense, the title. I'm not sure who's in the WBO rankings, but I'll check. But yeah, it's weird how the titles were all in Japan, and now they're just not. Like two of them are not. Seem to be none of them. When Junto officially vacates, which is coming soon apparently. But yeah, if you look at the rankings in WBO for bantamweight, just let me get them up because the WBO website's weird. Who can he fight? Yeah, Estrada's number 3. Go and fight Estrada. Go and fight Estrada in Mexico, and it'll be good. There was one other fight of note on this undercard. Rusei Matsumoto beat Uni Takada by technical decision to win the regular title at minimum weight. Horrific head clash in the 5th round stopped the fight. Not the typical, oh my god, he was cut and it's a horrific cut, but like, no, he was knocked unconscious, Takada, with a headbutt. Or a head clash, sorry, it wasn't intentional. But yeah, luckily, Takada's okay, and he was like walking around the arena without assistance and stuff. But man, it didn't look good for a minute or so. Matsumoto boxed really well, won every round. But yeah, it's just a bit unfortunate that the head clash happened and it potentially ruined him stopping Takada and getting like the big sort of knockout. But oh well, he boxed well. And he won, and hopefully he can do something at minimum weight, or at least move up to light flyer, because that's really open right now as well. But we will move on. We will move on. We were all wrong on this main event, weren't we?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we shouldn't have been. Because, I mean, I thought Paddy Donald won, so.
Nobody won that fight.
Yeah,
Nobody won.
Not great. But yeah, Crocker kind of just didn't do anything in the second half of the fight.
I mean, he really didn't do anything outside
so,
of
like,
knockdowns.
Technically, it was close in terms of, like, points, but he didn't really do anything after he dropped him the second time.
It was the one person trying not to get bad and one person trying not to get disqualified again. It wasn't good. It was even worse than the first fight.
Yeah, at least the first fight was like it was entertaining. But it just was a beatdown.
Like, at least someone looked good in the first fight. And they both just didn't look good. Like, Crocker did nothing. Donovan's defense was terrible. Kept getting hit with these massive counters. He was
just tried to recreate again.
Yeah, I mean, it was just him just occasionally throwing a big counter, a jab here and there, and Paddy just trying to walk him down and throwing combinations. Well, I guess I can see why they scored it for him. Well, there wasn't loads in it, but I mean, he just wasn't really doing a lot other than the knockdowns. And the first knockdown was shaky, anyway. Oh, he was badly hurt in that second knockdown, though.
I don't really know how he got up from that, and he got up like instantly too. It seemed relatively okay.
That was so clean, right on his chin.
He probably should have been knocked unconscious for that.
Yeah, well.
And then proceeded to win basically every round after that. It was even funnier.
Well, Lewis Crocker, world champion.
World champion. Can we talk about the welterweight landscape real quick?
I'd rather not.
There's Norman, good fighter, and then there's dog shit.
Oh, Rolly's great.
Okay.
Respect Rolly Romero.
God damn.
But then there's Barrios and Lewis Crocker.
And even if it's not Barrios, it should be a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao.
Oh,
what a historic division this used to be.
I put a tweet out this week. You know what's going to happen?
Something.
You know what's going to happen? Manny Pacquiao is going to beat Barrios. And then he is going to get chinned by Ryan Garcia.
Please stop. Ew. Come on.
Because, like it or not, Ryan Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao is one of the biggest fights in boxing. And we all know that this is a clown show and it isn't a real sport. So, yeah. Boxing is brilliant. At least a semi-decent fighter is going to be beating Liam Crocker. It is Liam Crocker, isn't it? Because that's another one DAZN fucked up. Jesus Christ. Like, we honestly can do an end-year review of DAZN's social media, and that would be a 3-hour episode of every single cock-up they've had, because they are awful. But yeah, Liam Parrow is fighting in an IBF Eliminator this week against David Papo. And he'll likely get ordered to fight Crocker next, and he will beat Crocker because he's actually okay. And that's what you need to beat Lewis Crocker. Lewis Crocker is a world champion.
Division champion.
Lewis Crocker is a world champion, and he got a gift against Conor Walker about 14 months ago. Just think about that. Like, just how bad the welterweight division is. Like,
again, you don't have to go that far back for talking about Crocker. He did get beat on mercilessly by the same person right before that. So
it's just a terrible division. Yeah, it's just awful. But anyway, we will move on to this undercard. There was a good fight on this undercard. I don't watch a lot of it, but Aguiarco against Ismail Davis, split decision. Aguiarco won. One of those really good domestic level fights, back and forth. A lot of it in the pocket. It was a really fun fight. I didn't score it, but Aguiarco by a point or so seemed about right. Yeah, really good fight to go watch back, and something that's, to be honest, has been missing on a lot of matchroom undercards recently. Like those domestic wars. Like they had Ted Cheeseman on loads for years, and like people like him. Egginton for a few fights as well. They sort of went away from that for a few years, and ironically, now that they've sort of fallen off a lot in the UK, they're going back to sort of domestic title fights and stuff. So they're really fun. That was a really fun fight, and I liked it.
First top 10 fight this year.
Maybe not, but it was a good fight.
2025, pal.
It was a good fight, but yeah, they went to war. I don't know what else was on that card. Tyron McKenna won again. He's probably going to retire for the 19th time this year and then come back. Pat Brown won, another terrible stoppage. But yeah, apart from that, I didn't see much. So yeah, we will move on. We will move on to Friday night. So Roman Shotalatico Gonzalez. He is shot to bits.
Okay, all right. That's
he is
disrespectful bastard.
He's done.
You're not wrong, but
he is. I mean, I don't want to talk that too badly.
He is like 40 though.
There's an argument that he didn't even win that fight.
Oh, Chocolatito getting gifts on Facebook. 2025.
Stop it.
There is an argument that he didn't even win.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't win that fight. That's sad. Sad.
Just stop now, before you're in with somebody that's good enough to ice you.
Yeah, I've already watched you beat Ice once. I don't want to do it again.
What are you talking about? That never happened.
Oh, I did. I watched it live and it was sad.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. He's had a legendary career. But it is time to go. It's time. We don't want to see you laid out again and again and again. People wanted to put him in with Bam, by the way.
Oh, stop it.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, just go. Just go, please. I don't want to see him box again. He is beyond shot at this point. It was a hard watch, a very hard watch. Yeah, we'll go back to Thursday as well. Just to quickly mention this, Odesquaga stopped Camacho in 2 rounds. Who's really surprised because Camacho is terrible. Just thought you'd gloss over that. But that fight, I woke up for work, and that fight still hadn't started, so I got to watch it, which was fun. Because, moaning about pacing for boxing events, and then TKO start doing that stuff, putting it on at like midnight Vegas time or something. Like, honestly, what are you doing? Yeah, we'll move on to some previews, I guess. There's not much. We've talked about Liam Parrow on that card. Liam Wilson's back, the big stiff idiot, and actually, we've talked about how people transcend weight classes like Terence Crawford. Brock Jarvis is back as well. He sort of transcends the weights in a different way to Crawford, but yeah. But yeah, that's on Thursday. And then Collazo is defending his unified minimum weight titles against Jason Vason on Saturday. I think Collazo should just beat up Vason, but you never know because Collazo's weight drained and he could just be completely done at 105, but who knows? Vason only lost to a Kui, I think. I know he lost to a Kui, but I think that's his only loss. I don't know who else he fought recently. Oh yeah, he fought Inoue, didn't he? He fought Takeru Inoue. But yeah, all these fights are at 108, so I don't know why he is. Well, I do know why he is, because There's nobody at 105 really. So yeah,
he's
we
the
can
GOAT.
move on.
Jason Mason is the GOAT. That's what he is. Kyoto, I think he's too good to lose, even though he's drained. But he just won't look as good. Like, he'll win. Like, he's not like a Shaki who could lose because he's so drained. Also,
but he most likely won't chin Jason Mason.
I mean, he might. He probably will. But
he's Jason Mason is the greatest fighter of all time. So what do we do?
He probably will chin him. Like, other than like a Jerusalem or a Tiduran, I mean, the division's not like crazy. Where he's just gonna lose because he's drained.
Yeah. We will go on to some news, I guess. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about that fight for. News this week. There has not been a lot, because it's been all TKO boxing and Canelo Crawford. But FAA Jagler pulled out of his eliminator against Frank Sanchez. Sanchez might fight, or might be ordered to fight, Moses Atalma, but we don't know. Hergovich has pulled out negotiations for that fight in December, so Sanchez against Atalma might be the play for the IBF eliminator.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
As long as Sanchez has 2 working legs.
Oh, but yeah, he's about 57, so I doubt that. He has probably had a hip replacement at the time he's been out the ring, let's be honest. He is the Ledley King of boxing.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's a very niche reference that nobody else is going to get. But,
well, the Brits will get it. If you watch football, in the 2000s, you'll get it.
Yeah, man.
He's a footballer who got like a knee replacement mid-career or something. Or a hip replacement or something.
Quality player.
Yeah, he was, but he couldn't train. We're not about Ledley King. Ryosuke Nishida against Joe Angejas has been ordered for an IBF final eliminator at 122 pounds. Yay! Angejas lost to the better Inoue, so he's going after the worst one.
True. Takuma would have stopped MJ. That's what I'm saying. To the body.
I honestly have no idea how this has been ordered. But it's the IBF, so they do what they want. But it's a good fight, I think. I think Nishida probably stops him to the body. But who knows? Or Nishida's eyes are going to close, and that'll be that. But
Alcohol, super bantamweight. What is happening?
It's all happening. He's only 33 as well, Angejas. So I remember that Conlan fight years ago, man. How old was he in that Conlan fight? 25, Jesus. Yeah, but he's been around forever. I think Nishida stops him though. Yeah, it's a decent enough fight. I just don't know how it's a final eliminator. And is there any other news? Yeah, Bazinian against Stephen Butler is back on for November 13th in Montreal. Decent little super middleweight fight. I don't know how many rounds or what title that's for. I think they'll probably get a title on the line for that. They're one promoter who are very good at their rankings. So yeah, I don't know if we mentioned this either, but we won't go into this in depth because I don't want any more letters. But all I'll say is that I would advise Ben Shalom to not rely on verbal contracts anymore. And I definitely wouldn't advise him to try and take people to court for 2-year non-competes. It's a verbal agreements, not written down anywhere. That's what I'd say. I'd say don't rely on them. And don't go after one of the most likable people in British boxing either. That would be my advice. But what do I know? I have never had a multi-million pound Sky deal and fucked it up. So, what would I know? We wish you all well, Ben. Hope you well. But yeah, I don't know if there's any other news. I don't know about if you have seen anything recently, or today, or this week. No. Okay. Well, that's about it then. I think. It's been a really weird week for boxing, but it's been a fun week after I started it with not much optimism for the sport. But yeah, it's been a good episode, and thanks for listening.
See you in episode 78.